Funny moment over on the Fox News channel. Fox News host David Asman says that a new Biden proposal would allow the IRS to basically spy into people's bank accounts. And a civil libertarian guest even is like, well, hold on a second there, David. Let's take a listen.
Okay, but David, I'm as much of a civil libertarian as you and Steve are, and you two are either purposely or maybe you don't know that you're leaving out a key detail, which is that the fact sheet proposal for this thing, and that's all it is a fact sheet.
I said it was a proposal. Go ahead.
Says that they want to look at aggregate outflows and inflows. So they want to provide a little more information to the IRS. Do you want to look further at that? And as you know, the IRS already has the power to look further when it thinks there's a problem.
But this would be unlimited, Adam. This would give them an unlimited ability without any court order or anything. Doesn't that frighten you at all?
Not necessarily on the aggregate data. Look, let's fight about this, but no one is suggesting an unlimited prowling into my bank account, which is what you're speculating.
So I think this is very revealing, Krystal, because I don't know if people realize this, but the IRS back in 2013, Lois Lerner and all that was one of the premier political scandals of the day. Yeah. And it was all about like spying on, conservative groups and whether they were getting
conservative party groups.
And there was like something to it, but like a lot of those people were also in tax violation. So it was like it became anyway a massive base issue. So I see again that they are trying to do this, which is that this is from Politico, conservatives' new target, Biden's IRS plan, people spending millions of dollars in ads targeting, expansion of the IRS. And of course, they're trying to prey on, people do hate the IRS, and I don't blame them. But this is actually something I very much support, because the problem right now is that the IRS does not have the capability to go after the ultra rich, who we already know have billions of dollars in unpaid tax liabilities. In fact, every $1 that you spend on IRS enforcement at the top comes back 7 times. It's one of the easiest ways in order to raise government revenue, and everybody's so concerned about the budget, right?
Right.
I think that's a fantastic, just collecting unpaid taxes, like where we are at right now. And so this is often a way I've seen it weaponized as a base issue to be like, they're going to spy on you. And as the guy points out, he's like, they're collecting aggregate data in order to give a picture of capital inflows and outflows. This is like normal stuff, and turning it into this scaremongering tactic. Not a surprise to me. Stephen Moore was on that panel as well, a longtime tool of the ultra rich.
Yeah.
And that's what's really happening.
I mean, it's classic Fox in that, first of all, they're totally disingenuous about caring about people's privacy.
Yeah, also, they don't care about it.
Anyone who's been through an IRS audit, and I have, knows they can already get like whatever information from you that they want. So who are they trying to protect here? The whole idea behind this Biden proposal is basically like, look, rich people, by and large, are getting away with not paying their taxes. They're hiding income in all sorts of ways. But the methods that they have to do that are extraordinarily complex. So that means that if you have limited enforcement ability, it's a lot harder to go after the wealthy, and especially the uber wealthy. So who gets targeted instead? Who gets targeted instead is your average wage earner. You're much more likely to be audited and be found in violation if you were a middle class or working poor person than if you're at the top end of the spectrum, even though they are the ones, by and large, who are dodging taxes. So the whole setup of the segment is an attempt to protect the rich from actually having to pay the taxes that they're owed. So you can't make that case, because obviously everyone would be like, what's wrong with you? Of course rich people should pay their taxes just like everyone else should pay their taxes. So instead, they try to come up with an angle
with these
that's going to make it feel like it's like a populist angle and they're spying on you and this is about government power, et cetera, when it's really just about fair, equal enforcement of the law. And as you point out, the right, of course, is always very situationally, and right now is one of those situations concerned about the budget. And so they're also trying to take off the table one of the most obvious places to go to garner revenue, which is like, we don't even have to change a single law. We don't have to change a single tax rate. If you just actually enforce the laws on rich people and corporations, you're going to get in a whole huge chunk of money that can go towards infrastructure or whatever you want it to go to.
2019 analysis found that tax avoidance by the rich would be $5 trillion over the decade, from 2020 to 2030. Just to think about that.
Yeah.
And actually, in terms of enforcement, this is the key, which is that in 2011, 12% of millionaires were audited by the IRS. In 2019, it's 3%. Given all the budget shortfalls
there you go.
and what's happening right now, it's probably going to go even lower. That 8% gap is billions of dollars. Again, in taxes which are on the books, but which people are not paying. And so this is not about flacking for IRS enforcement against the middle class. This is about rebalancing it, actually, so that they can go after the people who are not, again, paying 20% or more of their income in taxes, which is what the current estimate is right now. So this is just a very good example of how exactly this gets weaponized against normal and regular people.
Yeah, and very rare that you see them actually get called on.
Yeah, I'm so glad he
It's
called
nice
him
to
on
see.
it. Yeah.
Tomorrow on Rising, Jennifer Holsworth-Karp and Rachel Bovard, they'll be here for Team Rising. Plus, we got founder of the Daily Poster, David Sirota, talking about the Koch Foundation's recent push to end eviction bans.
Right. And DC Bureau Chief at The Intercept, Ryan Grimm's with us. You don't want to miss it. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Don't miss any of our videos. Don't forget to like and share as well. And we will see you all tomorrow.
Have a good one, guys.